refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncer's gilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Back to the day job this week, mate. Joel Bartell, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks for doing this interview, and back to the day job after that crazy weekend.
Yeah, well, before we get to you, we'll just quickly touch on that. 2 interviews in a couple of weeks now. Little IFL regular. Craziness of Kingpin. I just showed you your facial expressions on that carnage video we done ringside. But good fun, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was completely different to professional boxing. And it's great to mix in with there, get your face seen somewhere else. But yeah, back to the day job now.
And full focus on your career, though. Obviously, it's good to have a little foray in this scene, but obviously, it's the most selfish sport at the end of the day, and you've got to keep yourself first.
Yeah. So I always put myself first. I've got my fight coming up in 3 weeks' time, and full steam ahead for that.
20th of May, your call, is it?
Yeah, 20th of May, your call on the TM14 card.
It's quite a big card, a few big names on that. Obviously, you've got Alfie Best who's training there, you've got yourself. And them cards are starting to build a bit of momentum behind them. Obviously, I think you had Thomas Carty on the bill last week. You've meant to have Lerone Richards, he pulled out last minute. But bringing names, bringing faces, and ultimately that will bring a bigger audience to watch your fights.
Yeah. So they're building really good cards, and they're a really good setup. It's a good show altogether. So it's just bringing entertainment, really. And from your standpoint, are you looking to kind of build up your resume, get some experience in at this TM14 level, the small hall level as it's traditionally called, and then move up to the bigger stages? Yeah, so I'm looking to have this one, maybe another one, three or four fights on the small hall cards, and then look to announce myself on the bigger scene.
Do you feel more at ease with these small hall cards? Because you see the likes of like stablemates like Johnny Fisher, John Hedges, they're fighting at the O2, and there's a lot of pressure on their shoulders from such an early age, and you're still young, so you can kind of build a bit of development and get your foot in the professional door without that pressure.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much the pressure. It helps me to know how many tickets I can do, because I can do a good amount of tickets. It helps me sometimes with those bigger shows, like you'll box early on at the O2 and there'll be nobody there, there's no atmosphere. Whereas if I box on a small hall show at your call, it's packed, there's loads of noise, it's actually got an atmosphere. So sometimes it's just better to box on a small hall show and have a big atmosphere than nothing on a lower level of a big show.
And you'll be one of the main names, won't you, on the card on the 20th, and you'll have that support and you'll feel it in the York Hall, certainly.
Yeah. So the last one, I was one before the main event, and I had about 190 people there, so there was a lot of noise, and it was a great night, and I'm looking forward to doing it all over again.
Listen, if you're selling that amount of tickets for your debut, carry on that going. There'll be big promoters coming calling very, very soon. But on a training standpoint, all going well with Mark, ready for the night?
Yeah, it's all going great. So we had a week in Poland and a week with the Kingpin show, but we're still working hard, and getting some sparring in today, and just keep working, and we're building.
Bit of Polish sparring, that crazy guy I think you had a few rounds with?
Yeah, so I was sparring El's opponent's manager, Philippe, yeah. Quality geezer, good guy.
Any other notable names you've been sparring, helping you out in camp?
For this camp, not so far. I've been working in-house and whatnot, but I'm starting to get a good sparring. Should be going up to the Peacock next week and stuff like that, so building from there.
Just to finish off then, what can people expect from you on the 20th of May? Anyone who's kind of teetering on the edge of maybe buying a ticket, maybe not, trying to promote it, mate?
Yeah, so just the same as always. I'm coming in to create some entertainment. I'm going to start well, set about him, and stop him.
Listen, I think you should get your dad on there telling people to buy tickets, because he's not a guy you want to say no to. I was scared of him last week.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a character. He's definitely a character.
Put Emily through her paces.
Yeah, he did, and quality win for her.
100%. Joel, hopefully I'll speak to you before your next out on the 20th, and best of luck if I don't, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,